Girl, now I don't know if Destiny was just trying to relate to the stories that are typically on the Dear Future Wifey podcast, but everything she said in that interview was totally different than what she's portraying on the show. Let's talk Love and Marriage Huntsville. I am Brandiva, and this is Pop Wisdom. Listen, I am a subscriber of the Dear Future Wifey podcast, and this is not the first time that Destiny has been on the podcast. This is the first time she's had a one-on-one. Her first time on the podcast was a live panel at New Birth in Atlanta. And girl, she didn't even share anything on that panel, so I was like, why is she there? So when I got the notification, I was like, Lord, no, Destiny didn't come over here to the body with these lies. So I've been waiting on Destiny to come out with these lies about Sonny and Moses ever since it was said that she was going to be back on the show. And I decided back then to start doing my own content, and I created the Pop Wisdom channel, which is the channel that you're on now. So I've been waiting on Destiny. I've been waiting for this to play out on the show, because while everyone was going crazy in the comments, ranting and raving about girl code, I'd already heard the truth from Destiny's own mouth back in January. So then to see Moses sit down and confirm what Destiny had already said, I was like, the timelines match. So when I saw that scene with Destiny and Moses at the table talk down at the Mexican restaurant, I already knew why Moses got up and walked away from that table. Moses got up because Destiny knew the truth, and Destiny was sitting there playing Moses to his face for the cameras. But that's your friend of 15 years, right? But let me go ahead and read to y'all verbatim what Destiny said. Now, this is what Destiny said on the Dear Future Wifey podcast back in January. Destiny said, because real talk, like, I knew that man wasn't my husband. We had already broken up. Let's say that. And I had already ended the relationship. And it was just a lot of things that were red flags, and I wasn't going back down that road again. And then the long distance on top of that. So from Destiny's own mouth in January, 5 weeks after Sonny and Moses were married, Destiny said over on the Dear Future Wifey podcast, number 1, she knew Moses was not her husband. Number 2, she and Moses had already broken up, meaning she and Moses had already broken up before Moses even pursued Sonny. Number 3, Destiny said that she had already ended the relationship. Number 4, Destiny said that she saw a lot of red flags with Moses and she was not going back down that road again. And number 5, Destiny said it was the long distance on top of that. So Destiny knew that Moses was not her husband. There was no chance in her being with Moses as a husband. There's no point in her being on this show this season whining about Moses marrying someone else, because she said from her own mouth, I knew that man wasn't my husband. And I did a video before this one detailing when Destiny said they had already broken up. So you could go and watch that if you want to, because I think it's a conversation that we need to have from what I've seen on this show with these middle-aged people. And when Destiny said, I had already ended the relationship, let me tell you what I think about that. So when Moses and Destiny had their table talk down at the Mexican restaurant, Moses said that Destiny didn't come see him for his birthday, right? And Moses said that he told Destiny we should just be friends because she wasn't coming to see him anymore. So Destiny went off into a tangent. Remember, she said, I was coming to see you for 8 months straight every other weekend. And Moses was like, I was paying for that too. Don't do that. I was paying for that. Don't act like I wasn't. Oh, and here comes the part that y'all just ate up, honey. Y'all ate it up. So Destiny told Moses, I had to work. I have to keep food on my table and a roof over my head, which is something that you said you was gonna help with. So there it is, folks. Destiny stopped going to see Moses because Moses stopped paying those bills. And a lot of y'all ate that up as if Destiny was going off on that man with a valid reason. And the whole time, this is nothing more than a storyline that she's sensationalizing to trigger the audience for sympathy support, which is what she's always said she wanted, because she really needs a strategy to secure her spot on this show. Because remember, she's just a guest. This is Dr. Melody Cherie's house, honey. But on the cool, I think that's what Moses was trying to tell us in his interview with Dustin before he was dismissed as bashing Destiny. Moses was basically saying Destiny doesn't have her priorities in order, but she wanted me to sponsor her life while she run the streets trying to be famous. but it was received as bashing Destiny. But we're supposed to allow Destiny to just run in these streets with lies about other people's lives, right? So basically, from Destiny's own words in the Dear Future Wifey podcast interview, there was no overlap. There was never any overlap between Moses being with Destiny and Moses being with Sonny. And we can just go ahead and knock out this whole girl code thing because there never was. Sonny was this woman's co-worker for 3 to 4 months, period. And as for all of this talk about, well, Sonny was her field producer, and we tell our field producers everything. Come on now. Destiny has never had a real story on this show. So what is there that she could have told Sonny? Nothing. And make sure y'all go and watch these interviews. I'm going to put the links in the description box below. But as you will hear me say on this channel, Destiny is just one of those people that will switch up her own words to fit whatever narrative she needs to work for her in the moment. So do you see the words on your screen now? Destiny said that too. Now come over to the next video with me because I want you to hear what Destiny said when she was asked about feeling betrayed.